Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? My name is Attorney Charles Zavala from Zavala Texas Law, your immigration lawyer. We're located here in Houston, Texas, but we can help you no matter where you are in the USA or even the world. So today I have a video regarding some USCIS, that's the immigration government agency here in the USA that's in charge of handling most of the applications. So I have a video regarding how they have increased the filing fees as of April 1st, 2024 for majority of their applications. So if you are applying for citizenship, residence, anything that's going to have to do with USCIS, this could be a really interesting video for you to watch because the filing fees have changed. And if you send the wrong filing fees, they're going to reject it, send it back, you lose time. So I'm just going to briefly talk about why they increased it, when they increased it, how this affects you, and what comes next. So if you like our videos, we always do videos about immigration, criminal, small business stuff. Feel free to like, subscribe, do whatever you want. Give us a call and we're more than happy to help you. Every single appointment is always going to be with me personally via the phone. Be careful, there's people out there who are trying to scam other people, trying to pretend to be our business. They always say imitation is the best form of flattery. I get it, but it's kind of a pain in the butt for some people who get scammed. So remember, it's always going to be with me personally. So starting it for the reason why we're doing this video. So let's say hypothetical. My name is Charles and I want to apply for my green card, right? You have to fill out applications with the government. That's always what you're going to have to do. And part of that, the government says, hey, pay up, right? But what happens is, I think 2016, what are we now? 2024, 2016 was the last time they increased the filing fees. So what the government said, and this was at the end of 2023, they said, look, April 1st, 2024, we are going to increase the fees for, and they list out the applications. And you can find those online if you just kind of Google the filing fees. So the question is, all right, well, why do they do this, right? Well, what's the point of doing this? Well, USCIS, which is the government agency that handles immigration, they make, I think the number is 98% or 98% of their money through filing fees, right? So pay to play, right? You want to submit something, they charge you. But what happens is, obviously during COVID, the amount of applications that people were filing went significantly down just because of the situation. So that means less money coming in. Also, remember, there was COVID going on, less people were working, less government officials were working, so the whole system kind of got bogged down. So what happens is USC, the minds at USCIS get together and they say, look, we need to increase the prices to make up for the downfalls of what we're doing. But what happens is us as lawyers, you people who are applying say, well, hey, that's kind of a bad deal, right? Like, what do we get out of it? Nothing's better when you have to pay more money for the same thing. All right, so USCIS says, look, we understand that. So what we're gonna be doing is by increasing the filing fees, we're now gonna have more money, which we're gonna use for better technology to handle applications faster. We're gonna be able to hire more people and give you guys a better service. That's what they say, right? Either way, there's really not a way we can fight it because the filing fees have gone up. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna kind of briefly go over, and if you guys see me looking this way, it's just because I have two computer screens. I'm gonna be going over some of the applications that have gone up in price to tell you what it was before, what it is now, and how it affects you, right? So let's see here. These are kind of the big ones, the main ones. Kind of in our office, we do a lot of green cards through marriage, green card through family, anything that has to do with green card through either work or family. We handle a lot of those, so we're having a lot of clients affected by this. But if you want to get your green card through marriage, through your spouse, through your child, through your parent, you're gonna first file what's called an I-130, right? And it used to be $535. It had been like that for a while, but that has now gone up. And they actually give you two options of pay. They could either say, look, if you submit it to us in paper, or you could do it online. In our office, we do everything via paper. There's some people who say, hey, that's old school, why do you still do that? I don't think the online system is perfect, and our clients tend to want copies of everything that we send, so we still do the paper format, and maybe I'm a little old school. But anyways, so the price has gone up 26%. So you used to have to pay $535 for the I-130. Now you're gonna have to pay $675 if you're filing via paper, $625 if you're doing it online. Like I said, in our office, we do it all via paper. There's a $50 difference. I think it's totally worth it just to know what you were able to send. So the I-130 is the start of any green card process through family. After that, when you're ready to apply for the green card, that's a form called I-485 that used to be $1,225, right? And now that's gone up to $1,440. So that's gone up 18%. You know, that's a difference of about $220, give or take. So that's gone up. Another thing that is a big difference that used to happen is whenever you would apply for your green card through marriage, we would also apply for your work permit, right? Because you want to work while your application is pending. That used to be free, right? That used to be $0. As long as you mailed it in with the I-130 and the I-485, it was free. But the government said, hey, you know, we can't keep offering that for free. So they have now adding a price to that of $260. It's not a lot, $260 to get a work permit or an employment authorization document is what it's called while your application is pending. So, you know, I think that one is worth it. And either way, there's really no way you can fight this. There are some fee waivers you can go through, but that's just kind of more paperwork. And, you know, whether you do it through a lawyer yourself, you know, it may cost you time or money. But I do think the employment authorization document for $260 is worth it, because normally what happens is, you know, it can take anywhere, and this is just hypothetical, between 8 to 12 months to get your green card if you're applying within the USA and doing what's called adjustment of status. But during that time, you don't want to just sit on your hands and not be able to work, right? So it used to be we would apply for your work permit as well, you get your work permit. So now the government says, no, you have to pay $260 for that work permit. I think it's worth it, because if you think about $260 versus being able to work while you wait to get your green card, those 8, 12 months, it's definitely worth it, okay? So that's a really important price increase. Also, something called advanced parole. That is, you know, it applies to different people. It could apply if you're waiting for your green card, if you have DACA. Ultimately, what advanced parole is, you're asking the government to allow you to come back in the USA before you kind of have some formal legal status that allows you to do that. And that used to be free. We used to apply for that for all our clients when it would be part of the green card adjustment, but now they're actually charging $630. My opinion, that's not worth it. And the reason why is this. I would say multiple, 85% of the times, we have our clients get their green card approved before they get the advanced parole. So if you get your green card approved, you don't even need that advanced parole anymore because you have a green card. So I don't know if the $630 is worth it for that advanced parole. But here, let's look at some other stuff. So there's something called a fiance visa. You know, people call it, it's called a K-1. That's filed on form I-129F. That has also gone up. That was $535. That is now $675. So all of these, yeah, I'm looking at everything. You know, there was a price increase on the majority of things, you know. So it used to be, Yep. This is just an increase of kind of everything across the board, and that's not even talking about the employment stuff. So if you are a company or you're trying to bring employees over, your filing fees also went up. Also, depending on the size of your company, you may have to pay what's called an asylum fee. So as you guys know, in the news, there's a lot of people who are coming over asking for what's called asylum. Well, when those people apply for asylum, they don't get charged. It's free, so to say. So now USCIS is, you know, my opinion, is they're realizing that there's a lot of people coming, they're not paying for that fee, but they're still having to use their workers to do that fee. So what USCIS is now doing is they're charging employers in the USA who are bringing people from other countries to work in the USA, it's called a program fee, which is to pay for asylum. And that's gonna depend on how many employees you have and all that stuff. So that's kind of causing a little bit of a drama for some people, because they're saying, look, why are we having to pay for something that we're not even benefiting from, or these people we don't even know? I get it. It is a little bit of a controversial thing. But long story short, seems to be a fee increase going up in a lot. Almost everything that I'm looking at, for USCIS, and all these fees were increased on April 1st, 2024. So today we are April 16th, 2024. So if you are filing something or you're working with a team that's filing something, make sure you get the filing fees right, because if you send them incorrectly, they will reject your application, send it back to you, and then you have to resend it again, which isn't the end of the world, but by the time you mail it there and they get it, it usually takes about a week and a half. By the time they process it and realize that you sent the incorrect filing, probably another week, then they mail it to you, and you have to mail it back. So in that, you lose a lot of time, which is kind of not good, because when you're waiting for your green card, when you're waiting for work, you want time to be on your side. And that's why we think it's really important that you hire a professional who does this, because we got this system kind of down pat, we're efficient with it, and we try to give you the results as quick as possible, because a happy client is a referring client. But ultimately, that's what this video is about today. So if you're applying for anything with immigration, it's really important to know that they have increased their fees, and make sure you send the right fees. If there's any questions you guys have, you can always ask in the comments section, or you can always schedule an appointment with me. It's always going to be via phone at the number at the bottom of the screen. And we're more than happy to help you. If you'd like, feel free to subscribe. You can click this little button over here, and we'll continue making fun videos that you guys find interesting. But once again, my name is Charles Zavala from Zavala Texas Law here in beautiful Houston, Texas. But we can help you no matter where you are in the USA or even in the world, because we can practice immigration law in all 50 states.